Hi, I'm Matthew Holt, and you may know me from the Health 2.0 and the Healthcare blog, but I'm here in my capacity as the new executive director of the relatively new New Look EP3 Foundation. The reason I have this august group with me is to talk a little bit about what's been happening in Hawaii in health data, and to talk about the Lōkahi Health Hackathon, which just wrapped up in some database, looking at some data in Hawaii and using AI to build new tools on Hawaii's health data, which is part of a much bigger effort that we're going to talk about. So real quick, what was the Lōkahi Hackathon? Well, about more than 3,300 people took part. There were 136 teams taking part in this, and actually they built 47 different submissions. There's a separate video we'll steer you towards, which has more information about the winners, but they include a group called CommunEd, who built a AI-powered therapy progress tracker called MindSight, a group called Health Ranger, and thirdly, an AI doctor made easy from a group called TheraSync. So we're talking more about that in a minute. But the point is that very quickly, we're able to agglomerate a lot of different players using the new native platform called LabLab to come to work on data. And that's a big part of what we're going to be talking about over the rest of this this brief introduction to what we're doing and what we're doing next. So first off, I'm going to introduce Pavlicek, just to Pavel, just tell us a little bit more about the new native platform and how you're able to do all these large-scale AI hackathons and what you've built.
Sure, Matthew. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. New Native helps people to build AI in the easiest possible way. And when I say build AI, I mean try to introduce as much automation and as much raw power into solving very, very big problems, right? So we invite people from all over the world to come together and give them an opportunity to access the best technologies out there with the best partners, right? So in this extent, we've managed to aggregate about 200,000 AI builders globally and about 80 technology partners that include the biggest names. And we brought them to the Lōkahi event. We were fortunate enough to have all the partners together that are here with us today. And basically, when people are allowed to unleash their creativity, these are the results that we get. But what we want to do is we want to channel that creativity to a purpose that is both noble and commercially viable. And in this case, it was how to improve care in Hawaii using actual real-world data, right? And the best technologies available to them. So I think we've managed to reach that goal. It's very important to mention that these applications are built in less than a week. And now the next stage is to look at these results, look at what people have built, and bring that to production value, and then also invite more people and more companies to come and look at what is possible when you build with these data sets, with these partners, and how can we now create production grade software that will solve actual problems in healthcare, both for patients and for all the professionals involved and all the stakeholders.
Brilliant. And we're going to hear a bit more about that and how we're going to progress it as New Native as part of that coalition. But before we do that, let me introduce Jack Lewin. Jack is the administrator, the head honcho at the Hawaii State Health Planning and Development Agency, which is quite a mouthful. And Jack, you've built and you're building an all-payer system in Hawaii. So tell us a little bit about that and a little bit about what kinds of data you're bringing together. And then what you're hoping to do and how did the hackathon play into that?
Very good. Aloha, everybody. And I'm really excited about the results of the hackathon. And I'd like to share with you, because I think it really points out that there's so many opportunities in healthcare that have not been exploited. And I'd say a majority of those opportunities are related to our inability to put data together in a way that's constructive at the point of care, and in a way that's curative in terms of population health and public health, and the ability to use research most effectively. So in Hawaii, we'd like to see a future where using data integration, collaboration, privacy secured networks, we can integrate and understand what's happening in healthcare, in public health, in research, and in the administrative infrastructure of healthcare in a way that allows this state to increase population health at affordable costs. That's not where we're heading. The US actuary says we spent 7.5 trillion. Well, we spent nearly $5 trillion, but we had a 7.5% increase of inflation in healthcare costs over the last couple of years. That's unacceptable. We really can't afford that as a nation, and we're just have our heads in the sand. Hawaii is a small state, 1.4 million people, with a history of health system reform as a tradition here, dating way back to the monarchy. Hawaii is populated by waves of immigrants who arrived to work in sugarcane and pineapple and agricultural services over the 1800s and 1900s. And the monarchs required that the companies that provided these agricultural services also provide healthcare to the workers. So people who came here from all over the world, from Portugal and Europe, from China, from Japan, from the Philippines, from South America, learned that healthcare should be part of what is expected to be provided by a society. That led in 1974 to the legislature sort of jumping onto an agenda that had been proposed, ironically, by Richard Nixon, not Teddy Kennedy, which was to give every worker and their family health insurance. Hawaii passed a bill to require that. The US Congress and the Chamber of Commerce, in a panic, created something called ERISA that said states can't do this without Congress's approval, which means they can't do it. And ERISA passed 3 months after Hawaii's law was passed, causing it to go through all the court system, finally the Supreme Court, and then be vacated as null and void. In the mid-1980s, I had the privilege of being director of health here with a very activist governor, John Waihee, and a super powerful senator. And we had worked to get an exemption from this law, and the only one that's ever been really created for a state in terms of healthcare. So we did implement it. So that all the workers in Hawaii and their families have health insurance. We got to near universal, like 97, 98% in the late 1990s here of coverage. So that's amazing. It slid backwards. All of us as a nation, there's been progress, obviously technological, scientific progress, but as a nation, we are floundering in healthcare. And it hasn't risen yet to the level of concern that will absolutely manifest in the next decade. So Hawaii is an opportunity, a laboratory where there's a lot of the number of players is workable. We all know each other. We've got a chance to leap forward on behalf of the country right now as a state, because as a nation, the Congress is not going to be able to engineer this kind of change at the moment. So we're excited about it. We need the data to do it. We need the innovators to come in and think about how we need to rethink how we deliver healthcare, and how we administer it. Also, how we integrate, as I mentioned at the beginning, public health, healthcare, research, and the wealth and well-being of communities. So we can't afford the current non-system. The future could be tested in Hawaii, and we'd really love to have your participation in that. This hackathon already revealed that the opportunities before us immediately are amazing, and we should implement them. Thank you.
Jack, say a word or two about the program that you have with the department there, but with the state in Hawaii, but also with the wider CMS grant.
Yeah, well, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has an innovation center, and there was a grant proposed called AHEAD, which it's not like having a head, it's more like getting ahead. But AHEAD is it's an all-payer health equity approaches and development grant. And it's really the federal government's attempt through the administration to get states to move forward, to do something about the vision of universal access that's lacking. Princeton recently did a study. They looked at the years of COVID and subsequent years in terms of, if we had universal access, how much would we have saved in terms of money and lives? And they estimated $435 billion a year in savings of money, which isn't chump change, and 300,000 or more lives every year, just by having universal access. Now, that's not, insurance and coverage isn't access. We need to think about how to really provide access as well as coverage. But I will tell you that the AHEAD grant is a visionary kind of thing. It would double the investment in primary care. It will pay hospitals and physicians in a value-based way rather than a fee-for-service way. It will look at the equity issues and solve them. And really just, we're talking about disparities, populations at risk. And finally, we'll measure and understand what we're spending in an accurate and real way, and then act to make sure that the increases in expenditure don't go faster than general inflation, because that just means unaffordability. We don't want a system in the future where the underlying philosophy is, too bad you're poor. And we'd like something that offers every American an opportunity for the best life and the best productivity, and obviously education, healthcare, public safety, and environmental well-being have to be there for that to happen for every citizen to truly be treated fairly in our future. So I'm here to deal with the healthcare part of that, but I hope all of you are willing to contribute to the effort. Hawaii is a great laboratory, if you will, for getting to those kinds of goals.
Fantastic. And obviously the data integration and doing analysis plus building tools on top of it is a big part of that. Jonathan, hey, you're the CEO of WebShield. You've helped work to put a lot of this coalition together. So say a word or two about the coalition of companies who've been working on this overall project and where you're going with the whole concept of data integration, quantum privacy, and all the rest of that.
Fantastic. Thanks. Thanks, Matthew. Let me share one slide just to help with that. So WebShield is a software company, and we have a broad ecosystem of partners. So obviously we are a co-founder of EP3 Foundation, which by the way stands for Empowering People with Privacy and Personalization. And what we've invented is there's some underlying innovations, quantum privacy, proof of trust, what we call the unified trust model, that enable personal and enterprise privacy networks, and a global decentralized privacy network exchange allows different people and organizations to contribute various types of resources, which are data or the rights to data, computing infrastructure, algorithms, the right to display a brand, the right to send a message, say, from a doctor to their patients. All those are resources in the exchange. allows them to be combined and particularly proprietary, regulated, personal, privacy sensitive data that right now is highly siloed and basically not shareable and usable, and allow you to use it at zero marginal cost. So you can make these personal and enterprise privacy networks freely available to any person or organization. So you can be like a grassroots developer or a business person who works for a company or an individual person, tap into all these resources and create person-centered markets for value of every sort, whether it's better healthcare, smarter workforces, more efficient e-commerce, what have you. Now, the reason we're super excited about working with Jack, by the way, Jack and I go back well over what, 15 years. So this is a big vision, and we're now finally getting the promised land. He and the governor have the same vision that I think the world needs, and it gives us a perfect innovation environment. So they have the entire population of the state, all the different payers, Medicare, Medicaid, private payers, uninsured, self-insured employers, everybody, and sort of a critical mass, and also the regulatory authority to fulfill our mission, which is we need to unify care delivery, payments, public health, clinical research, which are now all separate, fragmented data and vendor ecosystems that can barely share among themselves, a lot of them across domains. Allow those guys to become one person-centered, value-driven network, and have it scale on a global basis. One of the key things is you can't innovate in isolation or in a vacuum. So you have to be able to interoperate with the existing healthcare system, which, let's face it, is a complete mess. I mean, facts, legacy technology, silos, conflicts of interest, everybody knows it's a mess. It's like, but you have to work with, you have to have a critical mass of access to those resources, right? So we have dozens, actually literally dozens of partners. Here's a few that sponsored this particular hackathon. And these guys collectively have access to all the payers, providers, pharma, labs, government agencies, everything you need. They're their customers, they have their data, they have their compute, they have the regulatory authority or the contractual authority. So then even an individual developer can access all that and innovate without being, Microsoft, for example. Also, there's many other participants we're engaged with because these guys sit on top of all the hyperscalers, the Googles, Microsoft, Amazons, Meta of the worlds. So all the heavy lifters are behind the scenes here. And it gives the opportunity for individual developers to build a new AI-enabled building block, for example. And then the idea is to combine that with existing systems and infrastructure into solutions. Name your own terms, name your own price. We're creating a market where it's easy to form new networks of every sort. The other key thing is it gives us the opportunity to get the network and its building block success. So we start with partners that are already trusted, already have data, already have the compliance, already have the controls. We just add a new layer of trust and compliance that are person-centered and sort of eliminate a lot of the regulatory compliance and privacy and security issues with using quantum privacy. And just makes it really easy to combine resources and form new networks on the fly. Now, by getting it deployed and then we can get it assessed, and all of our partners are national or global. So even though we're focusing on Hawaii, because it's nice, a manageable group with the right regulatory authority and basically the right willpower to make something happen, it just can instantly grow globally. So it's very exciting.
All right, a lot in there, but this is really using Hawaii and the health data exercise, that health data initiative that Jack's leading as part of a big piece. As you mentioned, a lot of partners involved in there. Vandana Bhardwaj, you are the principal senior SVP at Millman MedInsight. So say a word about what Millman brings to the table and why you've got involved in this and what you're expecting out of it.
You're on mute.
Unmute Vandana, please.
Yeah. Hi everyone, and thanks. No, we're very excited to be a part of this opportunity, and I think Milliman, based on what our strengths are, fits in very well into this whole thing. So let me just start by it that we were happy to provide the data sets for this hackathon. This is really important. We're trying to solve problems that are not easy, that are very challenging. So that was the first step, is that let's see, what is it that people, come up with, and kind of spark that innovation. But then we take a step back and talk a little bit about Milliman for those of who are not very familiar with it. We're a global leader in consulting and actuarial services. We help our clients address complex challenges across healthcare, all insurance, and financial services domain that help the people who we ultimately aim to serve. And Milliman is very proactive about developing innovative solutions. Now I'll focus on our strengths and deep expertise in healthcare. So within Milliman, we have technology-driven healthcare solutions, and MedInsight stands out as a leader with one of the most widely adopted comprehensive healthcare analytics platform in the country, I would say. It enables payers and providers and policymakers to make data-driven decisions. So we analyze massive amounts of data, the spectrum of the healthcare data, from, let's say, all payers' claim databases to enabling value-based care models to integrating the breadth of clinical data. So we support our clients in their goals to achieve cost efficiency through total cost of care analytics. For instance, that's an example. We'll advise on efficient resource utilization and payment models, better quality care, improved population health outcomes, evaluating effectiveness of care delivery models, and of course, enhancing healthcare equity at the end of it all. So our relevance extends beyond analytics to being a strategic partner in this entire ecosystem for improving healthcare quality and affordability, and it resonates very closely to Jack's vision, which I'm very passionate about, and very admirable. So by leveraging our tools and expertise, we hope to empower effective health management programs and all the initiatives in Hawaii. So whether it's through our standard solutions or collaborative projects, we're going to support in addressing these systemic healthcare challenges while delivering, measurable, immense value, I hope.
Fantastic. All right, so to wrap up, a couple of things. First off, Jonathan, what are we can we expect next, and what should people who are watching this or interested in getting involved on a sort of partnership level think about doing?
Great, thanks. Couple things. So first of all, so we got great results out of the hackathon. I think it was 47 different apps, and even though there are 3 quote unquote winners in our world, everybody's a winner, because if you do something innovative, the next step is let's start collaborating, hook up with our various partners, and figure out how do we turn that into, extend it and combine it with other people's existing solutions, data, customer ecosystems, partner ecosystems, to get solutions to add value. And by the way, I should maybe speak a little bit about some of the other partners. Milliman is the anchor because data is the root of everything in AI and the world. And they have the largest, most flexible data ecosystem I've come across. And it makes it really easy to connect. And first of all, they have massive amounts of data and lots of partners, but we can add in other partners very, very quickly. They sit on top of Databricks, which is a data sharing platform, analytics platform that sits on top of Amazon, Google, Azure, Salesforce, or actually you can plug in any platform you like globally. But some of the key players are Icon PLC. It's the second largest CRO. It's about something like $10 billion in revenue. Every major pharma is a client. FDA, they're actually headquartered in Ireland, so global footprint. And they have a big data unit called Symphony Health. They have tokenization infrastructure called Sonoma. And so we're able to take that and then link it with other partners. So then you can now, rather than going from the clinical research ecosystem, you can actually go direct to consumer, plug in a payment and provider ecosystems, and take a whole bunch of friction out of stuff. And Compliant Minds, that's actually sponsored by, they have a platform called MFIS, that's Medical and Public Health Information Sharing Environment. So that was paid for by Department of Homeland Security. So it's designed to enable data access, sharing, analytics, and sort of coordination for state, local, federal, and private sector, pandemic response, bioterrorism response, just also anything that involves healthcare across agencies and in the public sector. Their thing is already certified by the federal government and actually of them. And what we're doing is combining them with the CMS deal that Jack has to combine those 2 ecosystems. Safety Net Connect, it has, I think it's 20 million patients in total, tens of thousands of docs, a bunch of payers. They do coordination of care, e-consults, e-referrals, and telehealth. And pretty much anytime you do something in healthcare, it's in the sort of patient journey, you're going to have a consult with the doc to prescribe that drug or handle fulfillment. So we can make that all plug and play. Ubix is sort of a highly scalable no-code AI platform for analytics. Safe Health, which is actually partnered with and funded by with Mayo Clinic. They have sort of a remote patient testing and access and sort of connected diagnostics. They work with FDA, a bunch of other players. And then National Alliance Against Disparities in Public Health, they do AI education and public health and AI as well. So what we're doing is like put the various results out and then engage their customer and vendor ecosystems. We just want people to know what's possible with quantum privacy. There's a safe place to innovate in Hawaii. The state is doing it. We got a critical mass already, and just amplify, get as many people in as possible and show some results. So that's it.
Fantastic. Pavel, just a quick word. What is New Native and your Lab platform going to be doing next with this and elsewhere in healthcare, and just to say how you're fitting into the ecosystem?
Sure. So we will be supporting the top teams actually in going into production environments. So our goal is to now work very closely both with all the partners, with Milliman, with WebShield, and with the state officials, with Jack and the whole team, to pick out at least one, ideally more, systems that will go into full production. We will support it, give it resources, give the right backing, and support the team to actually go and create a product that will launch ideally in Hawaii in the first quarter. Obviously, we would like to do that for more teams, right? So ideally, we would want to have this year between 10 to 50 production grade solutions implemented in the market, as much as our resources allow.
Fantastic. So I think hopefully you guys, if you've been watching this, you've got a good feeling from how we've got a sort of integrated platform in Hawaii, a network of partners using this new technology of quantum privacy, a platform for AI participants, developers to build new products that have that can go from a concept over a weekend to being fully production products in relatively quick order. The last thing they said here is the EP3 Foundation, which is a network of virtually everybody involved here, which I'm the exec director of, and I believe Jack is the official chairman of, if I remember rightly, is going to help promote for this all in healthcare. It's not just a healthcare initiative starting in healthcare, but this technology, this data integration goes across basically every aspect of people's activity online and for some aspects offline. And we will be helping promote that in healthcare and many other vertical domains as things go on. But for now, that's our quick wrap up of the Lōkahi Hackathon, the current status, where we are having now finalized it. And we look forward to all of you watching this, getting involved in the Quantum Privacy Network and the EP3 Foundation, using the tools from New Native, using the data from Millman, using the background of the Hawaii All Pair Database project. And you can get in touch with any one of us. There'll be some connections in the notes here to find out more about this. And please get involved. And with that, we're going to end this session and say thanks to everyone who took part in the hackathon. Thanks to all the partners. And we will look forward to explaining to you more about this as this entire network and data set develops. But there is a lot going on here. It's very exciting. And, you know, in the times when the healthcare system, as we've all acknowledged, is so hard to change, here's a real potential for opportunity to actually, you know, unplug that dam and take the finger out of the dike and see some real activity. So with that, it's Matthew Holt from EP3 Foundation and the rest of the team saying thanks and signing off.
Aloha. Hi, I'm Jack Lewin, a physician who has made my way around the health policy world, starting with U.S. Public Health Service, then Hawaii's Director of Health. I've been around a bit, but I'm full circle after some adventures in healthcare and health policy around the country, in San Francisco and Washington and New York City, back here in Hawaii. And there's a real good reason for that. Health system reform remains unfinished business for all of us in this country. We're still the only developed country that doesn't guarantee healthcare for everybody, that hasn't figured out how to provide that in a more efficient, effective, affordable way. But, states are where the creative action's happening now, and Hawaii is a place where there's a tradition of health system reform. Back in the day when when the plantations and sugar and pineapple were the biggest business here, Hawaii, because of its monarchs before it was a state, the Kingdom of Hawaii demanded that the agricultural workers have health care. And so the plantations built hospitals, hired doctors, and provided health care to immigrants coming into the state for the better part of late 1800s and all the way up into statehood in the mid 1950s. So that tradition was something, kind of an expectation people had about having healthcare as a right of employment and citizenship. Later, Hawaii passed the Hawaii Prepaid Healthcare Act, which is an employer mandate that requires that for all employees, workers in any company, even if you have one employee, a nanny or a gardener, and that person works 19 hours a week or more, you and that person have to work together to find health insurance. It's law. And treble damages if you don't provide this, and really kind of an amazing requirement that we are still the only state in the country that can boast we have. Prepaid Healthcare Act started, it was passed into law by the legislature in 1974. The Supreme Court said it violated ERISA after it was challenged by the chamber and many employers. It went all the way through the system and it was declared null and void. But in the 1980s, we got an exemption from ERISA, and we implemented that law so that really most people, all workers and their families, have health coverage here. We went beyond that. We actually started covering the uninsured in the 1990s, and we found ways to get those people covered. So we were the first state to really get to universality. But we're still now looking today at affordability, at making quality and outcomes better across and everybody needs to work on this in the United States. In fact, everywhere in the developed and the rest of the world. So here's the vision. The governor is a friend and he's a kindred spirit. He's a physician like me. He got me back here. It wasn't really hard. Still had our home here. But the idea was to have Hawaii be the first place that says we are just put everybody's in, and we've designed a system that will deliver high quality, affordable, equitable health care for all. And we'll do that using new technologies, new ideas, and we're going to leap forward instead of slipping back into the old models and patterns. So, most of what we're trying to do is going to be really dependent on data and information and new tools and, things like remote patient monitoring, but much more than that, really using information systems to find our way and to see how we're doing. That's what this hackathon is about. That's what Lōkahi is about for us. And it's really exciting to have so many people from so many parts of the world working on helping us bring together through multiple sources of data and AI a means of actually looking at a number of use cases and creating some real innovation that can be applied in this state. We're only 1.4 million people, and everybody kind of knows everybody, so we can get things done here in ways that other states can't, and that can be sort of a message for the federal government that there is a way for us to deal with this unfinished business. So the Lōkahi Hackathon is really going to be a great, enlightening adventure for us all. Thank you for participating. and let's get back together afterwards and think about what we learned and what's next. But meanwhile, we are just so grateful that you're part of this. So mahalo for that, and let's make it really a terrific experience for everybody. Aloha.
Aloha and mele kalikimaka. My name is Sam Shoemaker, Dean of the University of Hawaii's John A. Burns School of Medicine. I want to welcome everyone to the 2024 Lōkahi Innovation in Healthcare Hackathon. As you embark on this transformative healthcare technology challenge, you're doing it in the background of a state that is experiencing a serious physician shortage. Hawaii needs another 750 physicians, and the need is more pronounced on our neighbor islands. This is why I commend you for leveraging your skills in technology to address these challenges. When we think about the neighbor islands, there's often a logistical challenge that needs to be hurdled. We did this during COVID, and it worked. Telehealth was a proven success. And we, as a school, are looking at ways we can leverage AI and machine learning in ways to personalize medicine. Now, as we explore these new frontiers, there will be other challenges. Security around personal data and medical records that could compromise financial data are of concern. And that's why hackathon events are important, so we can continue to learn how to manage this new technology best. More than 2,500 of you are here and ready to participate. And it just shows that as this type of technology grows, so does the opportunity for equality in tech. It can reach people of all backgrounds, from rural areas to urban areas and everywhere in between. Bringing equality into tech is important. We need to see what's working as we reimagine our delivery to address disparities and inequities in healthcare. As this hackathon starts, we wish you the best. This is an exciting time, and JABSOM is proud to use this as another way to engage as we look to transform healthcare.
Hi there. My name is Jonathan Hare, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of WebShield. What I'm going to do is give you an overview of the sponsors for today's Lōkahi Innovation in Healthcare Hackathon, and also tell you about the Lōkahi Healthcare Accelerator. Today's hackathon is really just the first of an ongoing series of innovation events and hackathons and innovation challenges and collaborations. And our mission is to use AI to fix healthcare on a global scale. So we're really excited to be doing this with Hawaii. Jack Loon, a good old friend for a long time. They have an amazing, he and the governor and this legislature are pioneering this new statewide healthcare innovation transformation initiative. They have sponsorship from CMS, a 10-year pre-funded, very large grant from CMS to incubate new, sort of value-based reimbursement models and care delivery models to make healthcare work better on a national scale. And the reason it's so exciting is it's sort of the perfect incubation environment. They have a critical mass of ecosystem participation, regulatory authority, data, everything else you needed to innovate and do new smarter things in healthcare. And also, but the challenge in applying AI in healthcare is it's really difficult. Healthcare involves really complex, long-running, cross-organizational processes. You need highly sensitive, regulated, personal, privacy-sensitive data. You have to fit into the existing healthcare ecosystem, which, let's face it, is pretty much completely broken. You have to deal with whichever payers or insurers involved, whichever systems your doctors are using. It's not enough to just have a great AI tool to find like the perfect drug cocktail for whatever disease you might have or condition you might have. You have to how do you get it prescribed? How do you get it through the prior authorization process? How do you deal with the patient safety and public health reporting requirements? So healthcare is just harder than pretty much any other domain. So what we've done is pulled in a bunch of ecosystem partners that collectively have, connect all the ecosystem stakeholders, the payers, providers, the pharma, the labs, everybody you need. They have access to the data. They have solutions that not only, they're work and deployed. And what we're doing is working through this process of why connecting them all into this sort of patient-centered new ecosystem that connects all these existing systems without changing them, but adding a new layer of additional privacy, security, cybersecurity, regulatory compliance on top through personal and enterprise privacy networks. These are enabled by some innovations that we've developed over the years, Web Shield, quantum privacy, proof trust, unified trust model that allows you to basically take these existing systems, connect them into person-centered networks that can do any computation or policy enforcement without revealing any information, any person or organization or system. There are no trusted insiders. You don't need to trust anybody else to control your data or define what your policies are. You can make your own decisions. And it just makes it simple to connect existing systems and innovate. What we're doing is with New Native, taking their vast ecosystem, their 200,000 AI builders, connecting all AI systems, connecting to the healthcare data ecosystem and different applications, and making it just really easy to innovate. And then once you come up with some AI solution, you can work with our launch partners to combine it with other existing systems or capabilities, deliver it at scale to patients, clinicians, caregivers, researchers on a global scale, and then potentially get a share of the value derived from whatever your AI service. You get to name the terms, you can work with other people, and then have it actually delivered in the real world. So super exciting. What we're going to do next is give you a series of videos from each of these vendors describing their capabilities, their customers, their install bases, what they bring to the table, and then we'll take it to the hack. Enjoy.
Aloha! SafetyNet Connect is making waves in healthcare access, bringing specialty care right to where it's needed most through their innovative e-consult platform called Converge. Converge has helped over 10 million folks on Medicaid who often struggle to see specialists, completing more than 2 million e-consults along the way. The platform's success with major Medicaid systems shows it is really delivering for our communities who need it most. Converge is really making things happen in healthcare equity and access. They've got their platform working with all kinds of partners, from Kaiser to LA Care, reaching millions of patients and thousands of organizations. With coverage across multiple states, they're connecting folks to care in all kinds of settings: public health, prisons, community clinics, you name it. E-consults are making healthcare work better for everyone. The system helps get patients to the right care faster by improving how teams communicate. By cutting down on unnecessary visits while making sure urgent cases get quick attention, practices are seeing real results in efficiency. The whole care team gets involved earlier in helping patients, which means better diagnoses and treatment plans. Getting started with e-consults is a breeze. Just a few trial runs and you're good to go. Providers are loving how it helps track referrals and keeps patients from falling through the cracks. Plus, when patients come in, docs already know their story, which makes for much better visits. It's really making a difference in patient care. The best part about e-consults: seeing patients bounce back healthier and more active when they visit their primary care docs. It's super rewarding for providers to watch their patients thrive and see real improvements in their lives. SafetyNet Connect Converge transforms patient care by dramatically cutting specialty wait times, reducing travel burdens, and ensuring care happens in culturally attuned medical homes. Primary care providers are more empowered, care coordination is more transparent, and specialists start fully informed. The result: better healthcare delivery with fewer barriers, a system that truly works for both providers and patients. Converge also optimizes care delivery for both primary care and specialty providers. Primary care physicians gain rapid specialty access, enhanced clinical capabilities, and better tools for managing complex patients within their medical home. Specialists can extend their expertise more efficiently, seeing better prepared patients while providing valuable guidance to PCPs. This collaboration creates a more connected, efficient healthcare system that serves providers' needs while improving patient outcomes. The impact that Converge enables shows up in 3 key areas. First, the platform dramatically reduces unnecessary in-person specialist visits while slashing wait times from months to days, delivering significant financial returns. In the community, this means fewer emergency room visits and hospital stays, with documented reductions in utilization across major health systems. Plus, the platform is driving innovation in healthcare delivery across hundreds of sites, making care more accessible and equitable for entire populations. That's real impact at scale.
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to speak to a talented group of AI professionals from across the globe. I'm Vandana Bhardwaj, Principal and Senior Vice President of Strategic Innovation at Milliman MedInsight. Milliman is a global leader in risk management, dedicated to delivering solutions that improve health, financial security, and risk management globally. Milliman MedInsight is a leader in healthcare analytics and data-driven solutions across the healthcare ecosystem to solve complex challenges. Our mission is simple but impactful: to enable organizations to transform healthcare through the power of data. By aggregating, integrating, analyzing, and managing vast healthcare datasets, MedInsight delivers actionable analytics that bridge financial and clinical perspectives. Our solutions support payers, providers, employer groups, and policymakers in addressing challenges like interoperability and advancing value-based care. MedInsight's focus on innovation ensures that its tools, ranging from benchmarks to predictive risk models to our clinical analytical tools, translate data into meaningful outcomes, driving measurable improvements in patient care, in operational efficiency, and cost management. For us, data isn't just numbers, it's a catalyst for improving patient outcomes and reducing costs and transforming lives. We're strategically and selectively embedding AI capabilities to address real-world healthcare challenges and scale as needed. Whether through machine learning models, Gen AI, LLMs, or agentic models, our focus is on integrating these technologies into our platform where it makes the most impact, be it for data management and integration, advanced analytics for predictive insights, NLP for unstructured healthcare data, and using agentic models for automation of workflows and processes. We're excited to co-sponsor this AI Hackathon. Why are we doing it? Because innovation is key to us. It's woven into everything we do. Innovation is boundaryless. And some of the most groundbreaking ideas come from such collaborative events. We believe that innovation from anywhere in the world, when addressing important and significant healthcare challenges, deserves support. We're committed to providing our expertise and support and resources to ensure these ideas create real-world impact. I'm looking forward to all the transformative innovations. Thank you, good luck, and let the games begin.
As clinical research becomes more complex, ICON is here to streamline your path to market. With thousands of dedicated employees worldwide, ICON is fully committed to advancing your clinical development program. We specialize in clinical research and commercialization, bringing global expertise and integrated solutions that drive better outcomes. Powered by healthcare intelligence, our unique blend of experience, best practices, technology and data we guide you through every phase of clinical research. Our blended solutions, from functional to full service, are tailored to your specific needs through a seamless delivery model. We have strong partnerships with leading pharmaceutical and biotech companies, helping them achieve their goals. ICON delivers connected patient journeys across diverse populations. Our site networks, Phase 1 research units, patient and healthy volunteer recruitment expertise, in-home solutions, site resourcing, and AI technology bring access to millions of patients right where they are. Our expertise covers all therapeutic areas. We support you from protocol design to lab development, safety monitoring, and successful product registration. We understand the challenges of developing new treatments, from immuno-oncology to gene therapies. Our investment in AI, machine learning, and automation provides a comprehensive digital solution portfolio to support your clinical research needs, ensuring smooth adoption and implementation. From data integration and analysis to real-time data access, ICON offers the tools and platforms you need to enhance collaboration and productivity. At ICON, our reputation is built on partnerships that advance medicine and make a real difference. We believe the future of clinical development lies in evolving today's best practices to meet tomorrow's challenges. ICON, transforming trials, improving lives, and enhancing R&D ROI.
Hi, I'm Johnny AI, John's AI avatar. I'm here to give a quick demonstration of capabilities and how to solve problems using Ubix. One of the most common challenges businesses face is dealing with fragmented data. Imagine reducing integration times from months to seconds, allowing for immediate unification of data across your enterprise. Within Ubix, it's very easy to connect into your different source systems with simple credentials, pull in the data dictionary, and start to talk to any of the data within that system using Ubix. You can also load experimental data by browsing and connecting into your data stores on your computer. Once connected, you have access to all of your data within the different workspaces within Ubix. What I'm showing you is a platform where you can manipulate and analyze data without writing a single line of code. Ubix offers a user-friendly interface that opens up advanced AI and analytics to a broader audience, including business analysts, managers, and executives. You can sign up, start connecting systems, and working with your data on the same day, ensuring a seamless transition to using AI in business processes. Ubix allows you to easily solve real business problems. I'll go into a product forecast workspace. I'm working with an online electronic store's sales orders, and I'm creating a solution. Once I select here from the different canvases, I can actually access the data that I want to add to a given workspace. I can have as many solutions and as many data sets as I want to work with. I've selected the various columns within the system, executed on the data, which creates the pipe to then train the model. And very quickly, we're able to select the sales order information, training the correct model for a forecast, selecting the targets to predict, selecting the document date, selecting the product segment. So I can predict over the many segments that I have within this data set to provide a daily prediction over a full year. And that gives me the results here that allow me to experiment across all the targets, see how the forecast performed against all segments, and interact with whatever data that I want within the screen. And all of these charts and visualizations are interactive. Once you're done building an application, you can productionize it and bring it to life within solution space. If you can imagine it, you can build it and easily socialize to the right stakeholders, making AI available to everyone. With the introduction of ChatUbix, our intelligent solution to generative AI for business, we're completely removing the barriers typically associated with AI adoption. Everything I just demonstrated can be brought to life with a simple chat conversation. ChatUbix allows you to talk to your data, visualize it, and autonomously builds complete analytics workflows and applications tailored to specific business challenges and productionizes them for long-term benefit, offering a level of autonomous, secure, and dynamic AI application that is unmatched in the market. And so that's a very quick demo showcasing what Ubix does. I'm Johnny AI, and Ubix is here to make AI available to everyone. Thank you.
Good health is fundamental to life and a basic right for all Americans. However, despite focused efforts to make health equity a national priority, real and significant disparities in disease incidence and health outcomes continue to exist in certain demographic groups, and these communities are not afforded the same access to promising innovations in health technology and medical advancements as others. This not only worsens public health in the U.S., but places an enormous financial strain on our healthcare system, threatening our national economy. This makes health disparities a national crisis. Dr. Alex Carlisle is the chairman of the National Alliance Against Disparities in Patient Health, also known as NADPH. NADPH is a minority-led health research and community outreach organization focused on health disparities and improving health outcomes as a direct-to-community organization. NADPH has been recognized and funded by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the National Institutes of Health, and others to help community members equitably participate in the health data ecosystem, help navigate health technology, and raise their understanding about the many factors affecting their quality of health and healthcare. This is all a part of their mission to bridge the gap in access to precision-based healthcare, working hands-on in the community. NADPH is identifying risk factors to reduce maternal health disparities, working with communities to leverage AI and data, leading efforts to increase ethical participation in clinical trials, and helping historically Black colleges and universities and other minority-serving institutions participate in and apply artificial intelligence. Thank you very much for your time and participation in this effort. We deeply appreciate your commitment and dedication to making a difference. Your involvement is crucial, and it truly means a lot to us. By joining forces, we can make significant strides towards creating a more inclusive and fair system. Together, we can help level the playing field and provide more equitable access to healthcare for all. Your support is invaluable, and together, we can inspire change and improve lives.
Welcome from all of us at Safe Health. I'm Dr. Nada Milosavljevic, the Chief Medical Officer at SAFE, and I'd like to take a few moments to introduce you to Safe Health and provide a brief introduction. Safe Health is an innovator in connected diagnostics, AI machine learning, and digital health technology. Our platform solutions have been developed in partnership with the Mayo Clinic and have been deployed at the FDA and industry-leading organizations such as Pfizer and United Health Group. SAFE brings extensive experience in highly regulated environments. We are part of the FDA's Open CDX initiative. As an ecosystem partner, we enable data integration capacity to support pre-market and post-market regulatory processes. We're also involved in a broader FDA initiative to improve the use of real-world data in regulatory decision-making. One aspect that is core to our mission is to enable real-world data collection and standardization, which addresses a key industry problem of limited integration and data visibility. In doing so, we offer our solution to execute on consistent and standardized real-world data collection from connected diagnostics to support both pre-market and post-market submissions, emphasizing data quality, traceability, and relevance for regulatory needs. This unlocks previously siloed health data and empowers healthcare and test manufacturers with integrated healthcare solutions. We have developed patent-pending AI-enhanced regulatory analytics for real-time integration. Through our AI-implemented system, using CVML, computer vision machine learning technology, to enhance regulatory analytics and support the real-time data integration, focusing on improving accuracy, enabling scalable post-market surveillance, and advancing predictive analytics for regulatory science. At SAFE, we believe R&D and pilot initiatives between researchers, healthcare providers, diagnostic test developers, and digital health technology providers is critical for developing new tools and approaches needed to foster innovation, improve health equity, and patient engagement, also to strengthen post-marketing surveillance of regulated products and enhance public health preparedness and response capabilities. With that, I thank you for your attention and good luck at the hackathon.